So what do you notice first of all about the lithium?
Like there's stuff at the top.
Yeah. Okay, so
stuff floats.
Like
it's
rocks.
floating. Okay, what group are we looking at?
Metals.
Metals. So this is floating metal. Okay, what's the density of water?
1.
1. Density of water is 1. All right, what's the density of oil? Higher or lower than water?
Lower.
Lower. So what's the density of this metal?
Like lower than that.
Lower than that. Okay, so is this going to sink or float in water?
Float.
It's going to float. The metal will float, right? So if oil is like 0.8, the metal is like 0.6 or 7. Very, very low density. Okay, so why do you think it's stored in oil?
Because the oil keeps it preserved.
Okay, partially. Okay, is this metal shiny?
Not really.
Not really. No, it's kind of dull. All right, but if I take this, get some of that oil off.
You can cut that.
Okay.
Do you need more napkins? You can cut that?
Yeah. So, shiny or cloudy?
Shiny.
Shiny, right? So what's happening to this metal? Like, why is it cloudy? Watch. Okay, keep an eye on that for a minute while I cut this into a better sized piece.
Is she taking video of this?
Okay, again,
Yep.
right here on the inside. Pretty shiny. Oxygen in the water is a little bit easier to get to than the oxygen in the air. So we take this metal and okay. So is this a chemical or a physical change that's occurring?
Chemical.
How do you know?
Because it's
bubbling.
giving off smoke and bubbling.
Okay, so it's giving off smoke and bubbling. What's happening to the metal?
Is it getting smaller?
Yeah.
It's deforming and like.
Okay, so it's right. It's totally changing. Okay, into something totally new. So
Is that just
So what
water?
happened if
this
we
is just water, straight out of the tap.
what if we put one like that big in?
If you put a bigger one into it,
Yeah.
well, would it?
I have the same camera.
Okay, so what's happening?
It's moving around.
It's like
right
running
now.
across the.
It's like spinning.
Right, it's spinning, it's running across the top. Is that more vigorous or less vigorous reaction? More vigorous. Okay. And then just for good measure, do.
Why can't you just put a big chunk in?
Because this will explode. Drop it in. Oops. Okay, so first, what's the first thing you notice
Nothing.
compared to the lithium
It doesn't have a reaction.
before that?
It just sits there.
It sinks.
It's saying, so is this more or less dense than water?
More dense.
More dense than water. Okay. So, is much happening?
No.
Is anything happening?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. No. Is it taking its color away? I don't know.
Look carefully. Okay, we'll come back to it.
I don't see anything.
Alright, so magnesium, not much reaction. Alright, calcium, further down the periodic table. Dump a little of this water out. Okay, further down the periodic table, so we know it's going to be more reactive. Okay.
It's just they're not much of that.
Try to put water in there. Okay, what's happening?
Bubbling.
It's starting to bubble.
It still sinks though. Oh, it just floated. I don't know, that was a bubble.
Okay, so bubbling violently or pretty calm?
Violently.
Okay, violent bubbling. So is it more reactive or less reactive than the sodium?
More reactive.
More.
Than the sodium?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, did it like spin around on top and spit and turn into a little ball and dissolve real fast?
No.
No. Okay. So as we move across the periodic table.
Is that hot?
Yes, it is. That's why I'm not holding it. As we move across the periodic table, does it get more or less reactive?
More. Less.
Less reactive, right? How about this one? What's happening?
Taking its color away.
Okay, so it's starting to get a little shiny. What else? What's on the outside?
Like little bubbles in
Bubbles, right? Little bubbles are starting to form. Okay. So is this reacting?
Yes.
Yes,
Just
it
very
is.
slowly.
Very slowly, though. Okay, so group 2 compared to group 1, more or less less reactive. All right, but within the same group, top, bottom, okay, moving down, which one is more reactive?
The
one moving
the
down.
calcium.
Right, the one further down the table. Okay.
Can't see it.
I'm not going to pick it up because it's hot.